What do you mean when you say this is not your mother's divorce?
When my mother got divorced, it was a horrible, shameful thing, and nobody aired their dirty laundry. And the difference now is that we not only air our dirty laundry, we wash it together. And I think that's really the difference now. The statistics say that people have jobs and are happier and it's cool to be divorced or whatever, but it's really not true. Divorce is horrible no matter what. But now that we have friends, we can get through it in a better way. And I know a lot of the older people who are divorced are still bitter and carrying all that revenge, and there's Marlon Maples throwing cars out of airplanes, and people are selling divorce dartboards that you can do your husband's picture on. But this is not your mother's divorce, because most of the women I know now are so not into revenge. Anger is a stage of grief that you go through, but we're beyond that. We're into happiness and making our own life, and it's because of the communication today. We talk about it, we deal with it, and we can relate to people who've been there. We have role models of how they get over it. So it's a whole new level in empowering your life, and women have really made this our second act now.
Why should we care?
Well, there's 15 million American women divorced over age 25 right now, and statistics show that over 85% of the people who ask for a divorce today are women. And the big news is that most of them really are emotionally happier. Now, the experts would have you believe it's because we're better educated, we have better health, we live twice as long as we did at the turn of the century when their husbands would die at 40. And they, so widows had a little extra time. But the real news is, I think it's not just because it's okay socially to be divorced and because we can have careers and support ourselves, because the hard fact is most women are not as well off after divorce. We struggle financially. The laws say, okay, you have a profession, you can earn X amount, but getting back into earning X amount, for most of us who've been home with kids or juggling husbands and families, is really tough. So the truth is, it's harder after divorce. So why is everyone happy? Because of friends.
Did your divorce inspire you to write Wife Goes On?
No, actually the aftermath did. I didn't want to get a divorce like everybody I know. I love the wedding shows. I wanted the whole fairy tale, and so I fought it for a long time. But then when I finally went through it and got divorced, I was so happy. I couldn't imagine being so happy. My life was different, and it was like I had a whole new chance. And most of the women I met after that who are divorced, it turned out they were really happy too. And so we didn't have to have that D on our foreheads and feel so weird on the softball field with the divorced moms versus the regular moms. And it really was all about friendship. It wasn't about all the horrible things that happened. So it was the aftermath of being divorced that made me write the book.
But are you pro-divorce?
I'm pro-happiness. I think a lot of people stay in their marriages because of their kids or their men, and you don't want to be a divorcee. Even though there's 15 million American women today, there's still a stigma, or else wedding shows wouldn't be so big. Everybody gets into the dream of the day and the honeymoon and everything, and we forget about what happens after. And divorce is horrible, even though all of us have to do it. And I just think people have a right to be happy. We live a long time, and there's ways to do it, and the way is to have good friends, and they can really pull you through.
Here you had these people, they couldn't wait to read the book and the reviews. Are you flattered by those reviews, and how?
I'm thrilled. One author called me the new Olivia Goldsmith, and I love her. And it's interesting because her book, though, really is about revenge, and that shows the difference in how we've moved on, and this wife move goes on. It's an evolution in divorce, and these women are happy, and it's not about getting back at the exes, but to be compared to her was really exciting. I like that dynamic. And Arianna Huffington gave me a wonderful blurb. She really got that the whole book is about friendship. And that's what makes it such a great book for friends. And then I got another great, insightful review from the editor of Mommy Wars. And she felt that it really spoke about the reality of women's lives. I also got one from a man who said it was sexy and fabulous. And it was really fun to write the book for those reasons, to put the real honest emotion of divorce and also the fun thing, rebirth of sexuality, dealing with kids and boyfriends, and actually the true struggles of divorce, no matter how it happened, the aftermath. When you go to the bookstore, there's a lot of books on how horrible divorce is, and there's a lot of books on horrible moms and the really bad stuff. There's not a lot of books on how to get really happy, and this is a fun book. There's a movie star, there's a young beauty queen, there's a PTA mom, and there's a real businessy lawyer, and they all come together for no reason and end up being fabulous friends. And it's how to live happier ever after.
Can they still be part of that club then if they tie the knot again?
Once you're in the club, you're in the club forever. And in fact, when I first got divorced, I thought I would never get married again, and now it's like, well, never say never. But no matter what, I'll have the same friends. my whole life.
Tell me about the unusual contest on your website.
Because friendship, I think, is what makes a difference in today's divorces, what we're doing on the website is inviting people to share their stories of how you helped a friend through divorce or how they helped you. And the best stories will get posted on the website and win free books. And it's a great book club book because it's all about friendship. And divorced women, I think, are the most helped during the divorce, but the married ones are the ones who help you know you're still that same good person, even though you're maybe creating havoc and going through all these changes. And so it's like that old Girl Scout saying that friends, some are silver, some are gold, and all the friends are really important. So we built a contest around there on the website. There's also a joke every week, you know, you're in the club when. So it's a really fun thing. The book is, the reviews range from sexy and fabulous to an homage to friendship to a serious look at women's lives today. And it really is sort of serious women's fiction wrapped in a chiclet bow. So it's fun, but it's also serious, and we try to represent that. And if you go to the website, you can get a bit of all those pieces.
Since Wife Goes On is structured around 4 women joining a club, is there really a club divorce?
It's sort of unspoken. I think people who've gone through it and paid their dues can recognize other members. And I have gotten discounts on coffee tables when I was broke and didn't know what furniture I could buy. And at actually coffee at Starbucks, someone was divorced and gave me a very nice discount. A cop let me off a speeding ticket one day when I was totally stressed out and had already been dented my fender, but I was so happy still. But you really start to recognize people who are divorced as if you have 3D glasses, and since half of the people out there have been divorced and have been through that horribleness, they get it, and it's kind of a different quality of life where you really appreciate every moment of happiness more. So yeah, there is a club, but it's not exclusive because everybody knows somebody who's divorced. And if you're not divorced, you have a friend who is, and people just get it. There's more going on.
Why should people who aren't in your boat find this fascinating?
Statistics would have you believe that women are happier today and more empowered to be happy after marriage because we're better educated, we live longer, and we have a greater opportunity to have a fabulous second act. And, you know, it's almost sexy. But the truth is, it's a horrible, heart-wrenching experience. It's horrible no matter who's to blame to go through the loss of the fairy tale and the happily ever after. So, and most of us end up not financially well off, struggling and dealing with issues with our kids and custody and all that kind of stuff. So that begs the question, why are we happier? And that's what Wife Goes On is all about. We're happier because of friends. We have an emotional connection with people who understand. And husbands can come and go, but friendship is forever.